Alright, now Basket has returned with all the items the mummy has collected for Sphinx, so we'll check it out. Here are the items that the mummy collected from the castle of Uruk. This is going to open up a whole new area in Heliopolis for us, with the Aton Statue. We also got the second Abydos stolen jewel. We got the 45 onyx scarabs that the mummy got in the castle of Uruk. And if you talk to this farmer brother, not the other one, but this one, he will ask you to choose a plot for them to dig up, and you can get various goods. So immediately, we're going to go right after the first gold ankh piece that is going to be in these plots, and that one right there, the fourth plot in, will have a gold ankh piece. And we are going to run like the wind to save our game. Alright, once you save the game, we can actually head right to the area where the Aton statue is needed, so that we can access the next area of Heliopolis. Those Aton discs are very helpful, help us run really fast. Alright, here is the place where the Aton statue needs to be placed. And it will eliminate this force field which we earlier could not access. You'll see a man here crying for a woman named Keta. I awoke this morning, she was gone. Oh dear. Thought I had heard a voice in this building, but I'm too afraid to go inside. Curse my cowardice. Please go inside and rescue her. Well, lucky for him, we are not cowards. Alright, enter here. In this area and the next area is what I would call the heart of the game. Now that we have the capture beetles, we're going to take about 80% of all the monsters that we have to capture are in these next two areas. So first we're going to get attacked by a mummy chihuahua. Captured, nice. There are 3 of them. Done. Now we have 2 mummy worms right here. We actually want to capture both of them, because the mummy worms are actually on the monster list that we'll have to complete a little later on in the game. Here we have a giant worm. Whenever you sneak up close on him, it pops out and tries to eat you. I get captured by these things quite often. Alright, so once you kill that giant worm, you can collect an Aton eye right here. Looks like it could fit into an Aton statue. Interesting. Break these jars. Get some capture beetles. Watch out for the cobra. And here we have the almost a bull. So that's the best way to charge at them. They are electrified. We cannot hit them at this point or else we'll take damage. Every once in a while they'll growl, jump, and that's when to do a somersault slam on them. Easy peasy. Go up this way. This tower area can be difficult. If you fall down, you'll have to traverse the whole area again. Break this jar. Watch out for the cobra. Just hop across these ropes. You will have to do a double jump to get to them. They could be pretty difficult. If you don't climb all the way up, you can fall pretty easily. Break these jars for another Aton eye. Here we're going to have another almost a bull. He's not quite a bull, just almost. We're going to capture a fair amount of these. One, they are part of the monster list that I mentioned earlier that we will need. But also, we can sell monsters for a certain price at the monster shop to get more scarabs. So we'll be doing that with various monsters. Some monsters are worth more than others. Break this and get the Glyph Key. The first time I played this game took me a little while to see this rope, so I was a little lost for a minute. But you can't progress in the game until you get the Glyph Key. Put that in and it'll activate these that kind of move in pattern with each other. Hop across, watch out for the mummy worm. And we already have two, so we could just kill that one. You want to burn this crate right here. It's very important because we have another Aton Eye. Enter this area. Head over here, get some scarabs, and here we are at one of the first really difficult moments in the game, where we're going to have kind of a gauntlet of enemies to fight. Pretty much a cage match. Spikes will come up, and we're not going to be able to escape the area until we fight the allotted amount of bosses. And first time I played through this, I died a few times on this area. Watch out for these spikes. Climb across these ledges. And here we're going to come across a skull worshipper. You want to capture him. You actually need one of them for the monster list as well, so we will be returning to this area because this skull worshipper does respawn. Get a couple of scarabs, and then head this way. And here's the first real difficult part of the game. Right, at first you are going to have an electric armadillo. You could just kill both of them. You are going to want to capture an electric armadillo, though. We have the skull swordman here. And another electric armadillo. We'll capture. And we'll capture them. So then we have another sharp beak. And an almost a bull. So this can get a little bit tough just because the enemies move in different patterns, so it can be difficult to dodge all of the enemies and all of the hits that they're trying to get. We'll capture both of those. Here we have another skull swordsman. And another almost a bull. You want to get rid of the skull swordman ASAP so that you can focus solely on the almost a bull. Nice. And we'll capture him as well. And if you made it through those 4 phases, congratulations. The much-needed Glyph Key. So now we want to go around back to the other side and put the Glyph Key in the statue that it needs to be in. So now also we're capturing a lot of almostables and other enemies that we could sell back to the monster shop. So while our goal is to have 400 scarabs maxed out by the time we visit the monster shop, our goal is to buy 2 monsters when we go there. So there is a monster that will almost take up all that money, but we want to sell some monsters back so we can get something extra. Alright, we see a sharp beak appeared once those jail bars went down. We do want to activate that lever, but we are going to have to fight this sharp beak. And there we are, and that also activated that moving rope there. But we don't want to go right to the moving rope, we do want to go through the door because we need to activate some platforms. Go through this door and we'll see an enemy that we saw before, a Cyclops. You technically don't have to kill them right now, but they are a pain if you try to activate those levers and they're just standing around shooting beams at you, so you want to kill them. Plus, you can get some ink pieces from it so that you can replenish your health. So you want to activate these levers in this order. And that will make all those platforms up there appear. Scarabs if you wish. We are close to 400 scarabs. And finish off this Cyclops when you can. They're a little difficult to get because they always disappear when you try to hit them. Boom. And we got some more health. Very nice. So now we're ready to go onto that moving rope. Jump onto this platform, and now that we've activated the other platforms, we'll be able to get across where we need to go. Couple of knife cats here. We will be returning to this room in the future to get 100 scarabs from a treasure chest. Right now we're at max, so it wouldn't make sense to get it. But you want to climb across here and you will be faced with another battle after you open this chest. This is not as hard as the last battle with the 4 groups of enemies. Ah, the Glyph Key. So you'll be caged up and you'll have to fight some spike spiders. Nothing crazy. They're kind of like the mummy chihuahuas, where once they hook onto you, you need to shake them off. Get some health. Just hop back across. Put the Glyph Key in the statue. This room unlocks. Got a crab hands here. Just kill him or capture him. Alright, so this part can be pretty tricky. After you kill this crab hands, you gotta activate that lever And there is a moving platform, and there's a couple of areas that are kind of out of reach. So what do we need when something is out of reach? A skeleton in a cage, of course. So basically, you can only activate the lever when the platform is where it is, like so. Otherwise, the skeleton in a cage will just drop and you'll have to redo it. Throw it off and jump to meet it. And now we're ready. This is actually the last room before the big final area. Alright, this is the game's way of saying, don't cross here. So we clearly need to get rid of these two beams, and how do we do that? Just whack at these pendants. One, and when you whack at them, you'll see a sharp beak appear on both sides. Repeat on the same side, a sharp beak will appear. See that treasure chest down there? That's the chest with 100 scarabs. We will come back later. Some health, much needed. And now we are at 400 max scarabs, so we are ready to go. A couple of sharp beaks here before the final door. Kill them, and now we are at full health. Enter this door for that last big area.